Hello everyone, today is Friday, January 21st, and it's still early enough on a Friday that I'd like to pull off a trade and be done looking for the weekend. The volatility is very high, and so I'm going to add the Trade Scalper, the Atlas line, and the roadmap to see if I can see a signal as it happens, and I'll walk everybody through it. Remember, the volatility is pretty high, which means that you have to be very careful. If you look there on a 1-minute chart, 7 points. This is a pretty strong market. So for those of you who are new to trading, be very careful. Remember to only trade with funds that you can afford to lose. Talk to your broker. There are risks involved with trading. All right, so I've added the Atlas line. I have the Trade Scalper, and I'm going to add the roadmap, which I think is a good filter to allow me to know where and how to place a trade. Market's going down right now, so I'm going to look for a short trade. The Atlas line is giving me short signals. The Trade Scalper is giving me short signals. And I still see on a 1-minute chart that it's showing me pretty volatile, about 5 points. So I'm going to go with a 30-second chart. I'm going to go with even a smaller time frame because I really want to stay within 1 to 5 points on that ATR as a trader. And this really leads me to believe that my stops in relationship to what the candles and what the price action is doing have to be within reason. So remember, volatility is either your friend or it can really hurt you. So I want to stay within a reasonable stop and reasonable target. All right, so now on a 30-second chart, we see that the roadmap here is just above us. Okay, so remember, I still want to go short, and this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for an opportunity with a Trade Scalper signal to tell me to go short. I'm looking for a pullback or string trade to tell me to go short. And I'm looking maybe if the market hits that resistance, that shaded area, which says zone A up potential. When it lands in that area, what I'm looking for is for it to reverse off that area and for me to get in as a trader, short, selling the market, hitting resistance as it turns around. Now, I know this may be a little bit more advanced for some of you. This is what we teach in the mentorship program when we start combining things and really making sure that there's nothing conflicting. I know the direction I want to take it is short, so that doesn't change. I want to sell the market. I want to have a reason to sell the market. So what's my reason here to enter short? Well, if it hits that area of resistance, which the roadmap is telling me, and then reverses off of it, I want to take that short for that reason. And you can have Trade Scalper and Atlas line also confirming. But there's something else that popped up, which is now to the downside. I see on the downside, it's saying that there's a shaded area of support that says now zone A down. So what that means is that if the market hits that area, it may get stuck, may go sideways, or it may just blow right through it. Now, I've seen this enough where I know first that the volatility is pretty high. So even on a 30-second chart, the volatility is 4.25, 4.5 points. And that tells me that each candle, so you have to be in a relationship of what the price action is telling me. Each candle is roughly 16 to 20 ticks, which is 4 to 5 points. Each candle is that large. Every 30-second candle is making this type of a move. One of the ways that we could trade the roadmap is when it blows through the roadmap zone, because the volatility is so high, it just goes right through it like a hot knife cutting through butter. That gives me an opportunity to take it as it just breaks through and goes through this support that I see here. So I also see now that the P's have shown up. That's a pullback trade on the Atlas line. So what the P's are saying there, P just above the candles are saying, hey, there's a pullback happening, time to go short. But I'm going to give this a little bit of a second, of a moment. Sometimes traders just jump in. I'm going to give this a moment. I'm going to go short as the market goes through that roadmap zone. I'm going to add here the text and marker so I can see exactly where I enter, give everybody a good understanding of the specific entry to go short. It's 2 or 3 ticks below that zone, so about 44 20 quarter, let's say. I'm going to go short with a stop or stop with limit. Stops are just basically getting in at market when the market touches that price. So I'm entering on a stop as the market hits that price. Remember, a stop order is not just an exit of protection, it's also an order to get you into the market. So if you're thinking, why is he using a stop order? Because a stop order is just an order. It can get you into the market as I'm using it, or it can get you out of the market if you are already in a position. So I'm not using the stop order as an exit, as a stop loss. I'm using it as an entry. So an order is just an order, just like a limit order is just an order to get you in or to get you out at profit. The stop order is the same thing. So these are just orders. And here's the goal. Hits my stop to get into the market as a seller because the market's moving in that same direction down. 44.20 quarter is where I want. And I have a target and a stop already pre-configured with an ATM strategy. It's moving pretty quick. I'm going to move this a little bit lower just to allow for the volatility to the downside. Now this can definitely continue further. I'm not trailing a stop. I just want to get in and out. And by the way, if the market reverses on me, since it's moving so fast, the stop is there just above the roadmap on the opposite side in order to protect me. So remember, have your stops. Always have your stops. Don't trade naked or blind. And here it comes. All right, there it is. Using 5 points, I moved the market with 5 contracts in 5 points. So what you're looking at is about 20 ticks with 5 points and 5 contracts. So that is a pretty good move for a Friday morning and being done here. Let me just expand this out here so everybody can see. Now there's going to be additional pullback trades, trade scalper signals, Atlas line signals to go short. So this is not over. The day is pretty volatile. You're going to have a lot of opportunities today. I may pull off a couple more trades, but really by noon, 1 o'clock on a Friday is where I want to say it's enough. If you're new to day trading and want to learn more on the benefits of trading the markets, visit DayTradeToWin.com, join the next mentorship class starting later this month, and subscribe to the Day Trade to Win YouTube channel. We focus on price action and work exclusively with new and beginner traders who want to learn more on how to prosper from trading.